Hi, I'm Dr. Elizabeth Goldspink, ND, and today I'm excited to talk to you about NAD+ and why Cellenial offers a new and highly effective approach to boosting your body's NAD+ levels. First of all, what is NAD+? NAD+ is a vital coenzyme that's found in every cell of your body. It acts as a helper molecule that facilitates hundreds of metabolic processes that are essential for life and for health. The importance of NAD+ lies in its role as a key player in energy production, DNA repair, and cell survival. It's crucial for the proper functioning of your mitochondria, which are the powerhouses of your cells, where it helps to convert nutrients into energy in the form of ATP. It indirectly is involved in regulating cellular processes that are related to aging and inflammation, and maintaining a healthy level of NAD helps to protect your cells from oxidative stress, and it promotes healthy aging. Unfortunately, as we grow older, our NAD levels can decline, and this can contribute to various different age-related diseases and metabolic disorders. We get older, we feel tired. Cellenial uses 3 different techniques to boost NAD+ levels, which in turn can help activate sirtuins. Number 1, it promotes NAD synthesis directly via precursors. Number 2, it reduces inflammation levels to protect NAD+ levels. And number 3, it increases nitric oxide levels, which help to oxygenate the cells and redistribute the blood to your microvasculature through flushing. Cellenial uses nicotinic acid, also known as Na, which is quite possibly the most efficient and effective precursor to make more NAD+. Over 90% of the NAD+ your body makes is actually recycled, which means that it's just as important to protect and use NAD+ wisely as it is to make more of it. Chronic inflammation can lead to excessive consumption and depletion of NAD+ levels, so quelling inflammation prevents it from consuming your NAD+ levels. And that way you can use your NAD+ for more useful purposes. One of those useful purposes is sirtuin activation. So what are sirtuins? Sometimes they're called longevity genes. Sirtuin genes code for a family of proteins, also called sirtuins, which play a crucial role in regulating cellular health and aging. These proteins are involved in important biological processes like DNA repair, inflammation control, and your energy metabolism. Sirtuins help manage how cells respond to stress and to aging by turning certain genes on or off. And this can influence lifespan and overall health, potentially slowing down the aging process and reducing the risk of age-related diseases. So while having sufficient NAD levels for all your basic metabolic processes is the first and most important reason to have optimal NAD levels, activating sirtuins is arguably the second most important reason because of the impact of sirtuins on your overall health and potential longevity. So some of these benefits include, number 1, having more energy. Sirtuins help increase cellular energy and efficiency because they help to regulate glucose and fat metabolism. And they've been shown to mimic some of the beneficial effects that we see in different longevity interventions, such as caloric restriction. They help cells shift more energy production to more efficient pathways, and they actually promote the use of stored fats in the body. Number 2, having more mitochondria and more efficient mitochondria. Sirtuins stimulate the creation of new mitochondria, and they actually enhance the energy output of the mitochondria. Number 3, improving DNA repair. Sirtuins help repair damaged DNA, and they reduce the risk of developing age-related diseases. Number 4, anti-inflammatory action. Sirtuins activate many different signaling pathways that reduce chronic inflammation in the body. Number 5, improving brain health. Sirtuins protect your neurons from damage, and they maintain optimal brain health. They may even reduce the risk of neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's. Improving cardiovascular health. By promoting cellular resilience and mitigating oxidative damage, sirtuins can contribute to proper cardiac function and actually protect against atherosclerosis. Sirtuins improve blood flow and reduce blood pressure by regulating your body's nitric oxide production. They help to mitigate cellular stress. They help cells to adapt to and recover from stress and oxidative damage. And finally, they help with cellular senescence. Sirtuins mitigate cellular senescence, which is a major contributor to aging. With so many powerful and wide-ranging beneficial effects on our body, activating sirtuins is possibly the best thing about ensuring optimal NAD+ levels. While there are many NAD+ boosting products on the market, Cellenial acts differently. It's a smart and elegant solution to NAD+ synthesis, recycling, and NAD+ preservation compared to the brute force methods that other products employ. Cellenial is more than just an NAD+ booster because it also focuses on reducing inflammation, so your NAD+ levels can be directed towards sirtuin activation. It's important to understand that these pathways are all interconnected. You may be asking, why does NAD+ decline with age? And the reason is that dysfunctional cells, which are called senescent cells, stop replicating, and they live predominantly in the liver, in the skin, and in fat tissues. And what they do is they emit signals called SASP, which are picked up by the cells nearby. These signals trigger chronic inflammation. The body responds with immune cells that are attracted by the SASP signal, and they form clusters around the senescent cells. These immune cells express CD38 on their surface, and CD38 degrades key NAD+ precursors. CD38 has often been called a bad guy because it contributes so much to NAD+ degradation. But in reality, it's your body's immune system trying to quell inflammation that would otherwise run wild. Degrading a lot of NAD+ is bad for the rest of the body though, because NAD+ can then not be used for other beneficial reasons, such as sirtuin activation. As we get older, we tend to accumulate more and more of these senescent cells. Whether it's from DNA damage in the skin and the liver cells, or from poor oxygen supply in fat cells, over time, these cells can accumulate and they can become dysfunctional or senescent. Many people have a chronic inflammation problem as they age, and this is sometimes coined by the term inflammaging, where aging is characterized by persistent, low-grade inflammation levels. Low NAD+ might not just be a consequence of getting old, but there's a lot of compelling data that suggests that low NAD+ in fact drives aging to some extent, and it might even be a dominant factor in aging. It's just as important how NAD+ gets spent as how much you make. So we need to focus on spending it wisely with less NAD+ wasted on chronic inflammation. Next, let's talk about the niacinamide problem. With all of the excitement over NAD+ precursors, there's a huge problem that is being overlooked. When you use an NAD+ molecule, it breaks down into a waste product called niacinamide, or NAM for short. One of the unfortunate things about NAM is that it can be a powerful inhibitor of sirtuins, and SIRT1 in particular. The body has ways to recycle this waste or to methylate it or expel it, but both are limited in capacity. Taking large doses of precursors makes more NAD+, but it also means more waste NAM. And this sort of brute force technique may increase your NAD+ levels, but it could be at the expense of overloading your body's capacity to deal with a buildup of waste NAM and inadvertently suppressing your sirtuins. And that's not optimal because activating sirtuins is one of the most important reasons as to why you're raising your NAD+ levels in the first place. So to get around the niacinamide problem, Cellenial uses nicotinic acid, or Na, as its selected precursor. This lightens the load on the recycling pathways because it actually uses an entirely different pathway called the Priest-Handler pathway. When it comes to raising NAD+ levels per milligram, nicotinic acid, Na, is most effective. It's especially effective because it uses the Priest-Handler pathway to make more NAD+, which means that it's not as limited by the rate-limiting enzymes that convert NAM, niacinamide, NMN or NR into NAD+. Also, unlike any other precursor, Na has a flushing effect that improves circulation and distributes more oxygen-rich blood throughout your body. You need oxygen to recycle used NADH back into NAD+. So this is particularly useful for areas of the body that don't have adequate blood flow. Nicotinic acid has been shown to improve endothelial function, which can reduce inflammation, particularly in the cardiovascular system. With so many advantages, it's easy to see why we use nicotinic acid. It's an efficient and effective precursor with multiple different beneficial mechanisms of actions, all that support NAD+. And by quelling inflammation using additional synergistic components, we prevent more NAD+ from becoming waste NAM. This is a much more efficient solution that can result in higher NAD+ levels. Here are the key additional synergistic components in Cellenial and why they've been included. First, we have R-lipoic acid. R-lipoic acid is the biologically active form of alpha-lipoic acid, and it has demonstrated anti-inflammatory properties through several different mechanisms. Its antioxidant activity can neutralize free radicals and reduce oxidative stress on the body, which is a significant contributor to inflammation. By decreasing oxidative stress, R-lipoic acid helps mitigate damage to the cells and tissues that can trigger pro-inflammatory responses. NF-kappa beta is a protein complex that plays a crucial role in regulating the immune response to infection and inflammation. Overactivation of NF-kappa beta leads to chronic inflammation, and R-lipoic acid has been shown to inhibit the activation of NF-kappa beta. Keeping inflammation down means a lot of NAD is preserved, and that makes it more available for other purposes. Secondly, we have L-citrulline alpha-ketoglutarate. The L-citrulline component exhibits anti-inflammatory properties by also suppressing NF-kappa beta and reduces the expression of inflammatory cytokines that promote chronic inflammation. Alpha-ketoglutarate, or AKG, also has anti-inflammatory effects by suppressing that same pathway, and as part of the citric acid cycle, it also plays a key role in creating ATP, which is a key energy molecule in your body. Together, these two components are highly effective in reducing chronic inflammation, protecting NAD+, and supporting ATP energy production. Next, we have berberine. Berberine can directly activate SIRT1, which is one of the most important of the SIRT2 genes. It can directly enhance NAD+ availability and utilization through its effects on SIRT1, its effects on AMPK, and its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory activities. It even enhances mitochondrial function, and it stimulates new mitochondria growth, or biogenesis. Berberine can also help lower blood sugar levels in people with type 2 diabetes by improving insulin sensitivity and increasing glucose uptake in your cells. Lastly, we have acetyl L-carnitine. Carnitine is an important molecule that transports fatty acids into your mitochondria, the energy house of your cell, and it provides them with fuel to make more ATP. ALC readily crosses the blood-brain barrier, and it has antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. It can improve your mental and physical health, and especially in older people, that's where it really helps with mental and physical fatigue. In summary, keep your diet and lifestyle as anti-inflammatory in nature as you possibly can, so that you can free up your NAD+ levels to be used for more useful purposes, like feeling more energized, activating sirtuins, and maybe even slowing down your rate of aging. We look forward to being by your side on your journey to more vibrant health.